This is Tucker, and today we're going to go ahead and pick up where we left off at from those beat pillars on the inside of the old Blue Goose there. We're going to make our way a little bit further back and see if we can finish getting a little bit more of that tied in. So we'll get started on that and see where we end up. Well, where we're going to start out at on this today is we're going to come in here and try to cut this area here out a little bit, get in some clean iron. This is actually where that rear package tray bracket comes down from the rear of the window area there. So once we get this kind of cleaned up and cut out, we're going to make a couple patterns here and then tie that into this Buick Roadmaster floor area. I think we're going to go ahead and leave this bolt hole here. This is actually where the Roadmaster rear seat actually bolts in. And in case we use that rear Roadmaster seat, we'll just already have it there in place. So we'll get started and see where we end up. Well, here's a look at the driver's side after we got her all kind of ground down and cleaned up here. So I think now we're going to go ahead and jump over to the passenger side and repeat about everything that we did here.
Well, now we got this passenger side all welded up here. So I think we're going to go ahead and get this one ground down and cleaned up. And we'll probably jump on over here to this inner wheel well areas on both sides. Get that ground down. We never did do that when we first welded them all in. So we'll go ahead and get started on that and see where we end up. Side after we got her kind of ground down and cleaned up with a little bit of that zinc primer. And here's a look at the driver's side. And on the last video there, I actually forgot to do a door closing on here. I had a couple people comment about that after we'd gotten those racks removed out of there. So I thought I'd go ahead and include it on this one. But luckily, she still opens and shuts about like she should. And I don't think we lost any lines or anything during the process, which is, you know, sometimes a pretty good concern when you've done as much as you have on this one. But luckily we had it braced up enough and it looked like everything kind of stayed in place like it should have. We'll go ahead and do the driver's side. So I guess it still does pretty good over here too. We probably can go ahead and adjust them up a little bit, but we're going to wait till we get that front clip on there and we can kind of dial everything in really good there at the last. Well, that's about all the time we're going to have on this one, but as always, I want to thank everybody that's been watching and following along on this build. And if you're new, find any of this useful or entertaining in the slightest bit, please hit that like and subscribe button on there. And if you want to get updated on the latest videos, just hit that little bell icon. So till next time, take care and stay safe.